play some incredible competition, including the now 14th ranked Houston Cougars.
1-7 for the season, and boy, they really go after it. And this is a guarantee schedule, right? They go out and they get game guarantees in order to finance their athletic department, but they're scrappy, they're tough, and they've got some confidence coming in here this evening.
Guy with the ball in his hand is Byron Joshua. He started all 7 games for Alcorn. They've had lots of different lineup changes. There's an opening steal, and it belongs to Jamal Shed. He'll push, kick out left corner for Sasser, a 3-ball. That's a great start. 3 points off of the turnover, and the Cougars with the first basket.
Yeah, 2-on-1 basketball, and they flare for the 3.
Cougars force 17 turnovers per contest. Meanwhile, Alcorn gives up the ball 13 times per game. Joshua gets his screen from the biggest man on the floor for them. That's Justin Thomas and also Linnell Henry. 3-pointer for Otis Walker comes back. So 1 shot for each team, and we're even at 3.
Otis Walker did a nice job recognizing his defender was down on the ground, and well, that was some serious range. The Braves in a man-to-man defense.
Edwards will handle the ball, this time down the floor. This is Sasser. White loves being at the top of the key to direct the offense. Shot clock at 10. Shed trying to shut off a defender. Nice pass inside the low block, and it's stripped. Cheney had it taken away. Quickly on the other end of the floor, it's Joshua, and it's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, this is where Alcorn's got to be calm and cool, especially when they're forcing the turnovers.
Yeah, they get numbers, and you've got to take advantage of those numbers. That was a really nice hustle back inside the ball by Kyler Edwards to knock that ball off of a knee.
Cougars coming off that 111-44 win against Bryant. They took care of Northwestern State before that. Competition about to get a lot heavier with Alabama Saturday in Tuscaloosa.
Alabama was a top 10 team. They lost that game to Iona and came back and beat Gonzaga the other night. That is going to be a great matchup in Tuscaloosa.
Open look for Sasser off the back heel. Edwards, the putback. Second chance opportunities are big tonight.
Early in the season, justifiably so, we have spent a lot of time talking about Marcus Sasser. Not sure we've been appreciating Kyler Edwards as much as we should. He has been outstanding. 2 double-doubles already this season.
Henry in the low block, looking down low. Another steal. Sasser, heard you said, give me some credit. So too did Edwards. No, from the 3-point range. And we got a foul away from the basketball. We'll go the other direction. You know, I think it's, for Kyler Edwards, you're a transfer, you're trying to get your feet wet, you've been playing at a big-time program at Texas Tech, you come to a team up in the Final Four, expectations clearly are very high.
And you look for a role. You know, what is my role going to be? He has 3 career double-doubles and 2 of them this year. I'd say that's a pretty good role. He stepped into kind of that Quentin Grimes, one of 3 guys in the American Athletic Conference in the top 15 in both scoring and rebounding.
Here's Dontrell McQuarter with the basketball to Joshua. Joshua's primarily been handling the ball early on here for Alcorn. Down the lane, a floater with a left hand off the back heel. That's strong, but the putback is there. This is not a big team that Alcorn will have, and they're going to fight for rebounds, and there's a jump ball. If there is a rebounding discrepancy of at least not 15, I think Kelvin Sampson would be not very happy with that at all.
Now, that's the second rebound that's hit the floor without anybody in a black jersey, and Kelvin already frustrated with the exact point you made.
2:45 gone by in the first, and the Cougars with a 2-point lead. Zone for the first time here. Just working around the arc a little bit. Boy, McQuarter all over the defender. So too is Henry, and we've got a foul on high. Landon Bussey is the coach of Alcorn State, was previously an assistant at Prairie View in his 2nd season there, and he is quite demonstrative, trying to get the best out of his squad. They are 1-6, as you mentioned, this year. They have played all road games and have played all over the country. Nice kick out. Open 3 left side. Ooh, not the shot you wanted. A weak side rebound was there momentarily, and we tapped out of bounds, last touched by Alcorn's low block defender. And that happens to be Dontrell McQuarter.
Well, if I'm Houston, I slam that ball inside. I go right back to Fabian White. I give him the ball down there with his back to the basket and let him get a touch immediately after that air ball.
Cheney around the arc. Lost that dribble. Nice handoff to Shed. Now triple team comes. Somebody has to be open. Edwards says, I'll try. It's a second miss for him from deep, and long rebound chased down by Alcorn. In the open floor on the transition, there's a swat. 2 different Cougars wanted a piece of that, and now they've got numbers. Sasser to the baseline. Goes to the weak side. Up. Another air ball attempt. My goodness. White back to Cheney underneath. Throws it up. Kind of loosey-goosey basketball on both ends of the floor here the last 60 seconds.
I think that plays into Alcorn State's favor.
Oh, for sure.
I think they want to spread this out. They want to look for scoring opportunities early and often. Don't let Jamal Shed and his teammates set up defense. That was outstanding transition defense. Inside the restricted arc, Jamal Shed straight up. No body at all. That is really good defense. That's a good no call also.
20 on the shot clock here for the Cougs. Catch and shoot Edwards. No, it's 3 straight misses for him. Back come the Braves. Paul King on the floor for Alcorn State. This is a team collectively read 38% from the floor. They're going to win by from the right elbow. Jump shot looks pure from Tremont Mark. Mark now gives the Cougars a 23-point lead. Layup attempt. That was maybe one of the easier looks today, even though lots of contact. Dropping it in is Byron Joshua.
Well, really nice play. Jumped to his left and stuck that ball all the way out parallel to the ground with his right hand to finish it.
Yeah, Joshua's first basket of the game. Missed 3 for Sack.
Last 2 games, Tremont Mark averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Yeah, in fact, a 22 against Bryant as we have substitutions in for Alcorn State as Justin Thomas returns. 52-28. We're approaching 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Joshua has the basketball after a couple of feeds. One from Walker and one from Henry. Strip. Gaining it back is Joshua. Straight on 3 on the way. Otis Walker, no. And a long outlet rebound. Shed wanted to push but had to gather the basketball first.
Jay Moore came up limping.
Don't need that in a game like this, especially with Alabama on the horizon. Low block, turn, spins, and a held ball as Josh Carlton got tangled up with an Alcorn player. And it's going to be a hold with Henry, and possession goes to the Braves.
Yeah, really good defense. Weak side came in there, and we talked about it earlier. Josh Carlton saying he got hit in the face, but he grabbed that ball. He's 6'10", and he put it on the floor and had it down around his knees.
Here's Henry. Back out to Joshua.
Jamal Shed does so many good things on the floor.
Looking for separation. There comes the errant pass. Sasser comes up with it. Down the lane and a finish. 3-on-1 break. Shed to the man down low and white. Carlton with his 12th point of the game. 10:15 remaining. Cougars up 26. Joshua again. Left-hand dribble drive. Almost another steal that time by Sasser. Everything contested. Fall away shot. Glass only. Weak side rebound. Reverse layup on the way and down for Dominic Bruton. They haven't quit tonight. That's for Alcorn. They are still crashing the boards. And they took advantage of a turnover, and we've got a foul in backcourt, and a silly one's going to be called against Byron Joshua about 90 feet away from the basket.
And that last pass was Jamal Shed's 10th assist of the game.
Watch this 3-on-1.
Terrific pass.
And the last guy comes in the very minute for Josh Carlton, his first basket of the second half. 54-30. A little full court pressure being applied here by Alcorn. Put something on the map. Nearly a carry for Mark. He's going to pop in the left elbow jumper.
He just makes the game look easy.
Yeah. What a nice press break that time read as well by the Cougars. Open layup, not taken. Deep 3, taken and made by Dominic Bruton. 56-33 now. Sasser in backcourt with Shed. Screen set by Carlton. Another one.
Well, now give it to him.
Yeah, no kidding. It's called a pick and roll for something, right? We got a reach-in foul. It's going to be a call against DeKedron Thorne.
Yeah, Marcus Sasser walked over to Josh Carlton and said, "My bad, I missed you." But Josh Carlton, if I have one development opportunity for him, I'd like to see him demand the ball more. He goes down there, he posts up, and he calls for it. But there's a difference between calling for the ball and demanding the ball. I'd like to see that.
5 whistles against Alcorn open three left corner. What a pass. And dialing up is Marcus Sasser. We are seeing some amazing dimes tonight distributed. 26-point lead.
16 assists on 22 field goals made.
Bruton dribbles and kicks it out left corner. Three ball off the front rim for Justin Thomas. Sasser had the ball stripped by Thomas. Back comes Alcorn with 8.5 to go. Rare 4-on-2 break and another steal. Marcus Sasser all over the floor. Don't let him come back and help out defensively. There's another assist attempt and a layup is missed. Jawan Roberts will get some free throws. The defense tonight for the Cougars. Sasser 6 steals. Mark with 3. Shed with 2. 14 total assists. I'll give the assist to Stuart Geddes, our outstanding statistician.
Well, he is cranking the stats out tonight.
For sure.
We're going to have to let him supersize his dinner on the way home.
Get him some dessert, too.
Nice pass. Boy, the Cougars have done such a nice job of passing the ball. It's interesting. I had a Cougar fan reach out to me after the game the other night and ask me why the offense looks better. Why are they getting more open looks? And I think it's just across the board, everybody's willingness to make the extra pass. And we just saw that from Kyler Edwards. We've seen it from Jamal Shed. We've seen it from Sasser. Tremont Mark.
1 out of 2 for Roberts at the line. Nearing 8 minutes remaining in this game. Cougars about to get to 8-1 on the season. Contested 3, another air ball. Byron Joshua out of bounds.
6.
That is to the bewilderment of Landon Bussey, their second-year coach. Shed brings it in front court. On the baseline. Catch, shoot. Edwards miss. Dunk, yes! The follow-through for Tremont Mark.
Man.
Went above the rim for the throwdown.
I thought that was Tajay Moore. Holy cow, Tremont Mark.
Left corner, deep 3. Short, off the hands of Paul King. Boy, they're still pushing. Mark's feeling it now. Right side of the floor to Edwards. And he'll redirect. Shot clock at 17. Plenty of time here. Here's the crossover from the elbow. Rebound to Dontrell McWhorter. Houston tonight, 23 of 51 from the field, 10 of 34 for Alcorn. We have a whistle. I'm telling you, having the 4 teams play in football that there were Big 12, the 12 teams that you mentioned in the future basketball, it is going to be so much fun. Shot clock at 7. Almost a steal by Sasser. Shot clock under 4. How about a 30-footer? No. And we have a inadvertent whistle?
No,
Yeah.
Brave down. Hurt ankle.
Okay, there it is.
You know, you're talking about the future Big 12. Right now, there's 4 schools that are in the top 20 in both football and basketball. And 3/4 of that list are either current Big 12 or future Big 12. Alabama, the one outsider, and then you have Baylor, BYU, and the Cougars.
I have been to BYU's Marriott Center. I'm going to go to Allen Fieldhouse on your private jet. I have standards.
Yeah.
Whistle at the free throw line. Ooh, and a held ball? No, 1-1 coming up. Yeah, I cannot wait. I've done games at OSU. I'm trying to think. Baylor. At BYU, of course, Central Florida. But the thought of going to Allen Fieldhouse to do a game there at some point for either you and I or just you and I going as fans would be very exciting.
All right, you want a cocky story?
Why not?
So we're doing a game. This is early in the inception of the Big 12, and I'm out on the floor. And I don't know if Kelvin's Oklahoma Sooners were playing in that game or not, but right before the game, a Big 12 official came down, and, you know, it's loud, and it's an incredible atmosphere. And he came over to me and he goes, "Welcome to big-time college basketball." And I looked at him and I said, "You know, I come from a program where we went to the Final Four 3 out of 4 years, but I appreciate you pointing that out for me."
Can you name that official?
I don't know. Yes, I could.
Well, why don't you do it?
Could I? Yes, I could.
So you're going to save it for the next time we do a game
That's
together.
right.
All right, fair enough. You think I'm going to forget the conversation? Free throws are good. Wraparound move, no take on the shot. Ball loose. Shot clock at 13, and we have a foul called on Sasser. As boy, every pass is being contested right now by the Houston Cougar defense.
You know, it's amazing that Alcorn State has stopped trying to do any kind of on-the-ball screens. They've just spread out and just trying to let somebody go one-on-one. And Landon Bussey has not seen his team have much success attacking that way.
Foul on Edwards, that is his first. 1-1 coming up here for Alcorn. Again, bears repeating, this is what a basketball team does in the SWAC.
Yep.
They play lots of road games, what they call guarantees. After this, they go to Wichita. Free throw, by the way, slapped around a couple times after the miss, picked up by Sasser. Wichita, Tulsa, Baylor, Oklahoma, and Minnesota before they go to the SWAC. It carries a heavy responsibility playing those games. Right corner kick, 3-ball. Knocked it down to Marcus Sasser. Haven't had a lot of threes in the second half, but that one looked good on takeoff.
I believe that's a new career high for Jamal Shedd in assists. If that's not 12, that's 11 and ties it. A lot of career highs. Sasser has a new career high in steals with 6. Tremont Mark has tied his career high steals 3. This is the 5th time Tremont Mark has tied his career high in steals.
Walker gets his own rebound off the miss, goes up, and there's a rejection by Tremont Mark.
Tremont Mark suddenly turned into a jumping jack. He blocked that with his left hand.
Sasser with the Mark follow through, couldn't drop. Back comes Alcorn State, and we've got a foul in front court. That's Mike Paja, who's just stepped on the floor for the first time, and he's going to get some free throws here.
Tremont Mark coming from the weak side down low. Watch this great block shot. He's left-handed, went up with his left.
Oh yeah, it's Mark all the way through. Look at that.
Jeez.
And it looks like Marcus Sasser's day is done.
The most encouraging thing about that play is he went up with that. Reason I keep saying he went up with his left hand is because that's the shoulder that's been giving him problems, is his left shoulder. And so if you're going to favor it at all mentally, subconsciously, you're not going to go up and contest a play at the rim with that arm extended. And well, obviously, Tremont Mark's not thinking about it.
Still had his bandaged up, and just as you said that, he was rubbing the tape on that shoulder. Pajad's free throw 1 is good, so is 2 is the second one. 5:17 remaining on a clock moving it with a 32-point Houston lead. Mark double teamed at midcourt, falls down.
And hard to imagine many better guard lineups in the country than that group.
Robbie Armbruster on the floor for the first time tonight for Houston. Mark has the basketball with a shot clock at 10. Edwards double pumps, misses the shot. Offensive rebound secured momentarily by Francis, but then lost. Back comes Alcorn State. Shot attempt on the way. That's a rare 2-point shot coming from the hands of Byron Joshua. Back comes Edwards, wants to push, draws the contact, blocking foul. Alcorn State. Edwards at the free throw line for a pair. Javier Francis also on the floor with Armbruster, as we've seen everybody really except Ryan Elvin play for the Cougars tonight.
Tajay Moore checking back in, and he went over to the bench limping, and he still looks like he's favoring a leg, doesn't he?
Maybe just a little bumps and bruises. Shedd kind of doing the same thing too. As you look at Francis.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Javier Francis is going to be a good one. Seems like we say the same thing every night when he checks into the game, but if you were going to design a body for a basketball player and a kid as young as him, holy cow. I mean, broad shoulders, he's got arms down to his knees, he's strong, he's got quick feet. He is going to really, really be a good one.
Good looks there for Edwards. It's almost like a night and day. Let's see what he looks like 12 months from now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think he gets the rotation at that point.
Not a better strength coach in all of America than the Cougars' Alan Bishop. You let him take him into his laboratory and work on him for a year, and he is going to be a beast.
On the baseline, Joshua gets cut off on the double team. Tough look that time from 10 feet. That's not going to fall from a quarter. Back come the Cougars. Mark Armbruster takes it into forecourt. Coach Sampson calls the play. Screen set by Francis. Armbruster lost it. Ball is up high in the air. Joshua comes down with it. Goes up, throws it up with the right hand, missing it. Offensive rebound, tapped out.
How they have smothered Alcorn State the entire game. Just so few clean looks at the basket. The Braves with 3 assists to 20 turnovers.
And a half dozen air balls at least here in the second half. With 5 to shoot. There's a putback off a miss. That's going to go into the hands of a basket for Dontrell McWhorter. 3.5 remaining. Some of the kids behind us not happy with the offensive basket interference call. Didn't get it, don't need it. Another timing issue here, it looks like.
I didn't see what happened. Is somebody bleeding?
DeKendron Thorne is going to come in for Darius Agnew.
Jamal Shedd on the bench. 11 assists, tying a career high, 0 turnovers. I don't know how many double-digit assists to 0 turnovers there have been in University of Houston history basketball, but I'm going to guess you could count them on one hand.
Do we want to guess, or is that just impossible?
I don't know how you figured out, but
well, I mean, let's go back to your day. Alvin Franklin, could he do something like that?
Well, if he would have passed.
That stings a little bit.
Listen, Jamal Shedd, it seems like every broadcast I'm spending more and more time talking about him, and deservedly so. He is blossoming into a star right before our eyes.
Joshua misses the free throw on the foul on Mark, and there's a layup attempt right down the middle of the lane. Nicely done for Kyler Edwards.
Let me walk back that comment. Alvin Franklin was a scorer. He was a shooter and a scorer. He was not out there looking for double-digit assists.
It was a little tongue-in-cheek, firmly tongue-in-cheek. Down low, finish.
Best offensive possession of the game for Alcorn State.
There was no wasted motion there on that one. Nice pass inside, the cutting man to McWhorter, and he dunked it down. Under 3 minutes remaining. Roberts to Mark. You're right, Reed. That shoulder looks, I don't know if it's 100%, but he's gaining confidence every time he plays on the floor. Got tied up at midcourt. Foul's going to be called. Whistle a call against Dontrell McWhorter. And we'll get free throws here on the 9th foul by Alcorn.
Even Bussey was over there arguing with Terry Oglesby on the foul. I was like, come on, he got mugged.
There is no arguing ever in a 30-point game.
No.
There's the upcoming schedule. Boy, that gets intense right there, especially the front end and the back end of that. Alabama will be in Tuscaloosa on Saturday. Free throw on the way, and then they go to Fort Worth in a couple of weeks to take on Oklahoma State and the Cowboys, future Big 12 foe.
And you mix in the middle of that a team coached by Bob Marlin, and that is no cakewalk.
Free throw 2, good for Tremont Mark, as the Cougars have made 16 of their 18 free throws tonight, as the fan favorite Ryan Elvin steps on the floor. Thank you for your effort tonight, Tremont Mark. 2:25 remaining. McWhorter in a spin move. Fade away, glass only. Elvin, the rebound, got hit. Baseline left, this is Byron Joshua on the second pump, misses the 3. Rebound, Kyler Edwards. One man to beat. On the way and down. Both guys took a lot of contact on that. Thankfully, Kyler back up on his feet shortly here.
Kyler Edwards kind of has a knack for playing through contact. That might be the 3rd fast break we've seen him finish through hitting another play. He's looking over his shoulder. He realizes he's got 2 guys coming, and that left arm might have gotten away with an offensive foul. See if he pushes off with that left arm. No.
Not enough.
No. Good no call.
Edwards tonight, 30 minutes, and now has 12 points. And the only thing he's got negative on his scorecard is 0 for 7 from 3-point range as he missed the free throw, and the ball goes out to Alcorn. So the Cougars right now, 30% from 3-point range. That's going to have to improve, but really 46%. A lot of that on fast break transition baskets off of Alcorn turnovers. Under 2 remaining. Floater. Not going to drop for Walker. Another offensive rebound. Shot clock reset. Crossover for Joshua. Another air ball. That's air ball 7. In backcourt. Edwards. Pushes. Ryan Elvin left corner. Doesn't take the shot to the dismay of the student section behind us. 360 move. Inside for a finish. Javier Francis finds himself on the scorecard.
Nice pass by Robbie Armbruster.
Cougars up to a 36-point lead.
Ooh, good move.
Nice move. Wow, what a spin move that time, and a layup on the way and through. Basket is good for Darius Agnew, and a timeout is called just for the sake of substitution here. As 2 new players come on the floor, it's Otis Walker and also DeKedron Thorne. So Ryan Elvin will inbound the basketball. 59.8 seconds remaining. Midcourt, here's Jawan Roberts. Edwards with plenty of time. 18 to shoot. Where's Ryan Elvin? They're looking to find him somehow, right? Armbruster down the lane, got stripped, and he's going to get chances at free throws here with 40.7 seconds remaining. Double bonus here for Houston. Cincinnati played Bryant tonight. They won by 15. Not that it means anything, but
They beat Bryant by only 15.
only by 15. Free throw no good for Armbruster. I won't be following Bryant's schedule. I don't know if you're going to or not. You've got that much time on your hands. But free throw 2 is strong. Loose ball. Francis had it momentarily, and yeah, he's going to fight hard enough to keep Houston with the basketball.
That's that skill set we were talking about. He jumped in those long arms. He stuck that arm straight out over 2 players without even touching them to tap that ball and keep it alive.
They're still looking for Ryan Elvin to get a shot off. Armbruster offensive foul. Well, there is 0.2 difference between the game and the shot clock, so in theory there'd be an opportunity.
Points off turnover. 30 points off turnovers. Cougars came into this game averaging 24 points off turnovers.
Shoot better from the free throw line. Good from the field. Low turnover count. Nice spin move that time. That results in a basket. That goes to Darius Agnew. 16 seconds left to go. Armbruster across midcourt. Looking, spins, lobs to Edwards. 4 seconds left. 3. He's going to dribble it out. And the Houston Cougars. Dominic Brewston will take it at backcourt. Both teams sluggish early on scoring-wise. 2 for 9 for the Cougars, 1 for 4 for Alcorn. Turning against a double team. Shot clock at 1. They won't get it off. That's going to be late. And that's good defense. That's another turnover for Alcorn State, but you have to know, especially coming out of a timeout, what you've got left on the shot clock.
And Darius Agnew caught that ball and was shocked when there was a double team. And that makes me think he did not listen to the scouting report of Landon Bussey. And Houston has double teamed to the post almost every possession all season long.
Shed brings it in front court for the Cougars. Back to man-to-man defensively for Alcorn. Up fake is White. Kicks it out to Edwards. Shot clock at 10. Edwards takes a dribble to his left, launches, and we got a massive tangle up at the free throw line. Boy, we got 2 Alcorn players both holding their heads and slow to get up.
Yeah, Landon Bussey is asking for an intentional foul. They're going to go review this. I did not see what happened, but he immediately looked over at the ref and said, I want a review of that.
That's Keandre Montgomery involved in the fracas, as you also see Reggie Chaney slow to get up. 15 is Dominic Brewston. Bruton coming in. We got substitutions here for the Cougars as Juwan Roberts, and we'll see who else is coming in for Houston as White and Edwards go to the bench.
Oh, yeah. Fabian White, there's nothing to review. I thought it was Reggie Chaney. Fabian White just grabbed the guy, boxing him out, and threw him across the lane, and that's what Landon Bussey's saying. He's asking him to go review it.
Now they're telling the respective teams to go to the bench, and they are going to take a look at it on the video replay. We told Terry Oglesby and his crew if they needed help, come over to say hi to us if they want to.
Now, this is a good crew. This is going to be a tough call because Fabian White grabbed him with his arms and slung him all the way, boxed him out. No, they're not going to review it.
Either that, it was the fastest review in the college history. Yeah, common foul, what they call this. Steven Anderson helping us out with that. Alcorn, have you looked at their schedule this year?
Yeah.
Already played Washington State. Already played Milwaukee, where they won in Milwaukee. They went to Gonzaga. They still have, you ready for this? Wichita State, Tulsa, Baylor, Oklahoma, and Minnesota in just the non-conference slate.
Before they even see their home court.
Nope. They'll play strictly home games within their conference. Here's Bruton. We'll bring it across midcourt uncontested. Nearly 5 gone by here in the first half of play. Darius Agnew steps on the floor. They've already gone 10 deep with their bench in the early going.
Good pass.
Unable to finish as the ball goes off the thigh. It's a turnover. Darius Marshall with the miscue. That's 5 turnovers here so far for Alcorn.
Now, the first time Darius Agnew got the ball, he acted surprised. The double team. That time he kept his head up, looked for his big man, and made a pretty nice pass.
Jamal Shed to midcourt. Reestablishes the offense. Open look for Sasser. Dials up another triple.
That was a really nice set. That was a ghost screen, and he just popped out by himself, and very nice execution.
Cougars now enjoying comfortable lead here. Key for Alcorn is not allowing the second and third chance opportunities. You can't do that when Sasser's hit the first shot. Agnew to the free throw line. This is Thorne with the basketball. DeKedron Thorne goes up, and there's a hack, and it's going to be a call against Juwan Roberts.
That's really good defense all the way up to when he brought his arm and came straight down over the top. If Juwan Roberts would have just gone straight up, it would have been pretty good defense. Look, he's moving his feet. He's in good position. Then at the last minute, he just collapses down on top of it.
Limited play so far this year for DeKedron Thorne. This is his first free throw of the season, and it shows.
Local kid out of Pearland High School, Pearland Dawson High School.
They've got kids primarily to the south, heavy Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, a couple of kids from Mississippi, and of course you just mentioned the Pearland product. Free throw number 2, no good as well. Reggie Chaney clears. 5.5 gone by here in this first half. Cougars with a 5-point lead. Shed trying to shed the defender out to Mark. A little outside his comfort zone. Shot clock at 9. Down the lane. Double pumps. Nearly got a walk out of it.
Ooh,
Sasser,
man.
right elbow. Shot attempt. And the shot clock goes off. And that has had about 1 second left in that 30-second shot clock.
Reggie Chaney set a bone-jarring screen for Marcus Sasser. Nobody communicating. Watch this head snap right here. Boom. Now, whoever's guarding Reggie Chaney, you ought to walk up to him and give him a little slap on the back of the head and say, hey, buddy, you give me a heads up, right? Screen left, screen left. Don't just leave me out there to run into, of all people, Reggie Chaney.
Sasser with the free throw. He's had a fast start here for the Cougars. As we see Josh Carlton come on the floor for Houston. And Reggie Chaney will have a seat. Sasser coming in, averaging 18 points a game. He's got 7 so far, including a pair of threes.
He's been up over 25 points already 3 times this season.
Had 12 against Bryant. My guess is when you guys worked that game that rotation time was a little altered by the very, very fast start against Bryant.
It definitely was altered, but I tell you what, they stayed focused. The human nature, you think they would let up, and man, this team never let up in that 67-point win. That's an offensive foul.
King to the baseline. Shot attempt good. Paul King shoots 36% from the floor. That one there makes it a 10-5 game.
It's a nice matchup with Jamal Shead, and King took his left forearm and just shoved him out of the way.
Sasser looks determined. Tallest player on the floor guards him. Into the low block. Double team comes, trying to separate Carlton out to the top. This is Shead. Shot clock under 10. Turning, losing it. Carlton one dribble, lost the basketball. Another turnover for the Cougars. Paul King with possession for Alcorn. To the baseline, up and under. Drawing contact that time. And Dominic Bruton will get a couple of free throws out of it. Coach Landon Bussey has gone through a variety of different lineups. He's gone deep. We've got a player down for Houston. It's kind of this hectic, frantic, non-fluid type basketball game can set up some situations where guys are taking some pretty good spills, and we see one here.
Well, this was a really nice drive to the baseline, and you see Tremont Mark. He'll get hit in the face on the follow-through afterwards.
Bruton's first free throw of the season comes right now. They most recently played Tulane in New Orleans, and the free throw is missed. Again, they're actually a pretty good shooting free throw team collectively at 78%, as Byron Joshua returns to the lineup here for the Braves. He, along with Justin Thomas, the only two players for Alcorn that have started all 7 games for them this year.
Thomas shoots 86%, Joshua 82. They've got one at 91, and Landon Bussey, that can win you some games.
We're approaching 7 minutes gone by here in the first half from the Fertitta Center. Shad again being chased. Open left corner, 3-ball on the way. Too strong. Off the hands of Mark. Put back is there. Offensive rebound, and putting it in a guy that has owned that offensive glass. It's Josh Carlton.
6'10", catch that ball high and keep it high and go right back up.
Cougars have doubled up the Braves here in the first half. King has run much of the point here in the first half for the Braves, despite not starting the game. Another turnover. Another one back for Alcorn. Loose basketball. Henry thought about the 3 on the baseline. It's Bruton, and he has a hold of. They're going to reset the shot clock. Perhaps a possession change, I think.
Yeah, it changed a couple of times, and both teams had possession of the ball. That's the right call, but really sloppy to start this game.
That must be the #1 thing for Coach Sampson is don't let this become game film for somebody else that may be good down the road.
It's a maturity test, right? I mean, this is, can you keep playing hard regardless of who you're playing against? And that has been a strength of this team so far early in this season.
King has to catch the pass. Bodies flying everywhere. This is Henry, who just fell down a moment ago. Good face guard that time by Roberts. Ball lost to the he knew it was not going to go in on takeoff. Rebound picked up by Tajay Moore, who stepped on the floor for the first time.
Alcorn State doing a really nice job staying close without making any shots. They're really not doing much on the offensive end, and their defense has been really good.
Josh Carlton with a swing hook for 2.
I'm telling you, I'd throw the ball to Josh Carlton every time down the floor until Alcorn State shows they can stop him.
Cougar lead again, doubled up at 14-7. Alcorn in no hurry to get their offense started up here. Possession by possession, take as much time off the clock as possible.
Can't decide if it's patience or confusion. They don't know what they're running.
Baseline jumper coming up. That's on the way and through for Dominic Bruton, averaging 7.5 points a game.
You hit a jump shot like that, and it's patience.
Yeah. Again, Coach Bussey telling me before the game, on the defensive side, it's trying to limit the Cougars to as many one-shot opportunities as possible. Carlton with an entry pass down low, and it's deflected off a Alcorn defender looking for Kyler Edwards.
A good unselfish play, but Josh Carlton had a 5'11" guy guarding him. Now pump fake that pass, power step to the basket, and finish.
If Josh is not confident in that elbow jumper, take the one step on the pump fake and see what you can get out of it.
One power dribble.
There's a steal on the inbounds. Joshua got it taken right back. Turnovers galore, especially on the Alcorn side of things. Down the
Good
lane,
pass.
a feed to Carlton, and he won't be able to finish it as the ball is knocked out of bounds. Nice entry feed that time by Tajay Moore.
Yeah, that was either a foul or that's Alcorn State's ball, because I think Josh Carlton bobbled that and it went off of his shoulder.
So Byron Joshua is out. Paul King back on the floor. Justin Thomas is as well.
A nice angle. Yeah, got a little bit of the arm.
Shot clock at 21, so plenty of time to reset. Down the lane, Moore missing it with the left hand. Back comes Alcorn. Brute with a previous basket on that baseline jumper earlier. Shot from 12 comes up. Boy, there are bodies slipping all over the field in the court. I said field because it feels like a football field. Sasser gets a small screen from Carlton. Comes off the front rim. Another offensive rebound. Scrum for it. Down on the floor. Fighting for it. There's bodies everywhere. Tremont Mark fighting with it. They're going to get a held ball, and possession will go to the Braves.
Well, it hadn't been pretty so far, partner.
No, I'm trying to find something to kind of give us a little ebb and flow here, and it just hasn't been that way in this first half.
Credit Alcorn State Braves. That's exactly how they need to play against Reggie Chaney and Josh Carlton, and they've got to ugly this up. When the ball gets on the floor, you've seen a lot of white jerseys diving after it. A good start for the Braves.
We're halfway done in the first half here from Fertitta Center. Cougars up to number 14 in the latest Associated Press college basketball poll, up from 15. Brute swings it top to Darius Agnew. He lost it. Gathered again, this time Montgomery with the save, and then throws another pass. Wow, 2 turnovers in that stretch, 8 for the game here in the first half.
Montgomery threw the ball, and he wasn't within 3 feet of a teammate. I'm not sure whether he saw the official out of the corner of his eye or who he was throwing that to.
I'm trying to think there's somebody wearing an Alcorn shirt or something. That was very odd. Whistle out high. Shed gets the contact. So that's now 14 fouls against Alcorn and 5 against the Cougars here.
But are you with me? I mean, this is how Alcorn State needs to play.
Oh.
I mean, this is exactly what they want this game to look like. There you see Justin Thomas saying, throw it where I am instead of where you want me.
That's Ladarius Marshall returning. Marshall stands 6'7", a junior out of Jackson, Mississippi. One of the tallest players on this Alcorn team. Nobody goes higher than 6'8". Edwards. And the whistle.
Unusually balanced team, this Alcorn State. They have got 8 players who come into the game tonight averaging between 6 and 8 points per game.
When asked about that, Coach Bussey says, we just want to make that scout film tape a little longer for our opponents.
Very unique. I can't remember the last time I did a Division I game that you didn't have at least 1 player in double figures.
Edwards 71% on the line this year. 15-9. 6-point lead. Again, the Cougars back in action on Saturday. They'll go to Tuscaloosa to play Alabama. Still got Oklahoma State coming up. You've got Louisiana Lafayette here, Texas State, and then a vigorous conference schedule.
Where's that Oklahoma State game? Is that in
Fort Worth? Yeah.
Cougars now perfect from the free throw line for 4, and that has been a little bit of an Achilles heel to start this season.
Yeah, just 64% for the line so far in this early campaign. This game 9 of the college basketball season for the Cougars. Slipping again is Bruton, and we've got a reach in after that. A little frustration. Not only do you turn it over, but you commit the foul when clearly U of H was trying to just establish the ball in backcourt.
Bruton wrapped his arms around Marcus Sasser's head after the strip here and slipped, and Sasser did a nice job of pouncing on the ball.
That's Sasser's second steal of this first half of play. Shed. Give it to Chaney. Back to Shed. U of H in no hurry really to run their set either, although Shed's going to go out weak side. Good ball movement around the arc. Thinking about it, Shed won't take the 3. Looking for the open 3 right side. Tremont Mark, and he'll drop it in.
Excellent ball movement.
That's what you want. Take 15 to 17 seconds, get the open man, the baseline shot you know Mark could make.
And teammates passing up a good shot for a better shot.
Cougars lead is up to 10. It's our first double-digit lead of the game. Thomas, left side to Walker. Otis Walker to the baseline. Going to try a three of his own. That's contested. Side rim. Rebound picked up by Kyler Edwards. Edwards to push here for Houston. Now to Sasser and then out to Mark. Ooh, high dribble. Lost it out of bounds. It wasn't necessarily anything that Keandre Montgomery did. That was just not taking care of the basketball.
Tremont Marks hearing it from his coach on the sideline, screaming, "Move the ball." The ball was moving, then it just stuck in his hands, and then it was dribble, dribble, dribble.
Justin Thomas. Straight away to Walker. I like that baseline. That's where some of their baskets have come. Here comes a long shot.
And only 44% from the free throw line. Never seen that.
Ball deflected out of bounds. It's going to go possession to Houston. They also reviewed it during the timeout, and they decided it was a two-point effort. He is clearly left on that charity stripe. I don't think I'd ever want to shoot a shot anywhere on the floor, much less the free throw line from that spot.
Why make that shot more difficult?
Yeah, that's crazy. Here's Shed across midcourt.
I was trying to think. There's an old NBA player. He used to shoot with one hand, and he'd stand. George McGinnis would stand over there on the elbow to shoot a free throw.
My favorite was the Rick Barry underhand toss. Another missed shot. We go the other direction on a Houston foul. This is what the danger is of playing with a team that doesn't have star power, doesn't have the fluidity, is that you don't want to get down to their type of basketball game. And unfortunately for the Cougars, even though they're up, they are playing this mucky through kind of oatmeal type atmosphere on the floor.
Well, the shots haven't been clean. Marcus Sasser has taken one or two. We saw Tremont Mark going to that last timeout. But other than that, boy, it has really been a physical, choppy kind of game. Kevin Sampson frustrated. His team can't get any type of offensive flow.
The foul was on Chaney. That is his second. Free throw on the way and good from a quarter. We got one more coming up here. Dontrell McQuarter averages 7.5 points a game. Looks like Chaney's limping a little bit here. That's the reason why we're seeing Josh Carlton back on the floor.
It's at the top of your screen. John Houston working on his leg.
Here's Shed across midcourt. Not been easy crossing midcourt, has it?
No, nothing's been easy.
Open corner, left side, three ball. That's off the hands of Marcus Sasser. That's his third triple of the half.
Second time they've run that same play out of timeout. A dribble handoff, a double team on the ball, and Marcus Sasser just floating wide open to the three-point line.
Justin Thomas runs the point with his Braves down 10. Mark is all over him. Behind him to Montgomery. Long three-point try. Back heel miss. Everything's been strong from three-point distance. Sasser in front court for the Cougars. Looking for 5 in a row. Comes up short. Ball finally secured after many attempts. Otis Walker away with it for the Braves. Walker averaging 4 points a game. He had double digits in their loss to Tulane. On the post-up, throws it up. Wow, that was a difficult attempt and perhaps an even worse miss for Ladarius Marshall. Carlton right to the glass. No hesitation where he gets the easy deuce.
Yeah, he's got really soft hands. If you get the ball near him, he catches just about everything. And I've been so impressed. Talked about it last broadcast. He's played 9 games and has only played 8 games and only had 9 turnovers for the season.
Thomas against 3 Cougar defenders. Throws it to the Houston bench, and that bench applauds the turnover.
Very unusual for your center to have that few turnovers, and he does a nice job of pivoting once he gets the ball, and that allows you to run your offense through the post.
That is now 10 turnovers for Alcorn State with just 12 points, as we're now under 6 until halftime.
Cougars average forcing 17 per game.
Give and go down the lane. Carlton, can he get it? Oh, they'll call the offensive foul. And the young man for Alcorn who took that charge is like, I know how officials call it. Dontrell McWhorter thinking that he is the fourth official on the floor.
DJ came up and said, that's a charge. We're going the other way. Good defense. I mean, that's all DJ can do, right? That's a good call. Boy, he turned and put his forearm right in his chest.
8 fouls against the Cougars in the half, 6 for Alcorn State, so we're in bonus for both sides. Joshua to Henry to McWhorter against a double team, throws it right to the hands of Jamal Shed. Jamal to the right side. Here comes the alley-oop. Oh, taking a hard spill. Wow. Byron Joshua with the foul, and thankfully everybody gets up quickly for Houston.
You start doing that, you're going to probably end up having a long night.
Mark hits the free throw. That's his first of the game. 4 points for him overall. Had that baseline 3 earlier in the half. He's now 10 of 11 from the line this year. And makes it 2-2.
Well, he looks good. He's getting stronger, and for Kevin Sampson, him coming off of the bench, he is really coming into his own. The Cougars now with 15 points in the first half off of Alcorn State turnovers.
Lead is now up to 14. Joshua at the left elbow gets spun back. Contested 2 coming up. Back heel miss. Shot attempt that time by Montgomery. Cougars setting the pace now. Left side 3-ball on the way. It was a good open look that time for Reed. I think when the Cougars have seen it, it's like, let's get it up as quick as possible.
There's a really nice box out by Keandre Montgomery on Josh Carlton.
Montgomery had the ball momentarily. Now back to the guard and Joshua. Checks with coach Landon Bussey for the play call. Under 5 remaining in first half play. On the post up. Double team comes again. Contested 2.
Well, that's just a terrible shot selection.
The break will work finally as Kyler Edwards. Joshua again, primarily ball handler here for Alcorn. Paul King back on the floor. Ian Walker, and now left side to Joshua. There is no room for them to penetrate inside the arc.
Really good defense.
Shot clock at 9. Agnew going to try one-on-one, a spin move against Carlton. Lost the basketball. That's another turnover. Under 4 remaining until halftime.
12 turnovers for the Braves in the first half.
Mark Shed to the feed. Look at this bounce and ball movement, and Carlton goes up, and that's going to be a foul call against Honest Walker. But that was 4 passes before a nice clean look inside.
Without the ball hitting the floor.
Yeah.
It was pass and cut, pass and cut. And watch Carlton. Remember last time he got the ball inside on a mismatch, he got called for a charge. This time he tries to kind of go away from the defender instead of going through him, and got hung on the rim.
Josh's first free throw brought rain, and it's good. 29-12 now.
Shooting just a hair above 50% from the three-point line, and his shot, his arch reminds me of Robert Parrish. Remember how high he used to shoot that?
And he put the ball over his head like that, too.
Way high up. The Cougars now on a 11-0 run.
Alcorn just can't get anything moving inside the arc. For a team that doesn't shoot the 3-ball particularly well, that's going to be a poison for them. Here's Joshua. Contested by 2 Cougar defenders and almost on their steal. And there's a ball scramble, and it's picked up by Mark. Looking for the alley-oop, and he just puts it in! Oh! Where did that come from? Tajay Moore! Wow! He threw his left hand up, looking for the throwdown. Instead, just tossed it up, set a small prayer, and it went off the backboard for 2.
With all due respect to Dominique Wilkins, I mean, this kid is a human highlight film. Even when the play doesn't go as expected, it's a highlight.
Open 3. No. Offensive rebound momentarily tapped out. So off of the Condry Montgomery miss, it'll be Alcorn basketball. They will set the shot clock at 20.
A really nice leadership. Juwan Roberts, Fabian White up there on the bench. Watch this play. He loses control of it. Great hustle by Tremont Mark, and I'm not sure how he ever controlled this, and it ended up going in. I want to finish the thought. Just then, he came down on the defensive end. Both Fabian White and Juwan Roberts stood up, called Tajay Moore over, and they were both explaining a coverage to him. And he nodded, yes, I understand, and went back out there. And when you've got your guys, that's accountability and leadership.
I'd rather hear from a teammate
Absolutely.
than Kelvin Sampson.
But I also like Tajay Moore listening and nodding, saying, yes, I got it.
Acknowledgement's everything. Shot clock at 10 here. Up faking the three, down the lane, had it stripped, recovered, shot attempt, got it. Rare make here in the first half from Dontrell McQuarter. It has been tough sledding for Alcorn offensively, just 29%. That's their fourth field goal, ending a 13-0 run. Shed having a little bit better time penetrating the lane. Edwards, contested three, that comes up short. 2:10 remaining until halftime. Cougar largest lead's been 20. Left of the free throw line. Wow. Dominic Bruton, the ball loose.
Great
on the floor,
outlet.
picked up, and there is it to Moore. Back come the Cougars. They want to push. They got outside the lane and then bring it back out.
Josh Carlton threw that outlet pass from his butt.
Usually it's a travel sometimes when it happens like that.
Yeah.
Shed right corner, needs a screen. He's going to get one from Carlton. From the free throw line. Got it.
Well, that's nice.
Nice patience that time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It makes the game look easy, like everything's slowing down for Jamal Shed.
90 ticks remaining in the first half. Cougars back up by 20. That is their game high. McQuarter going one direction. Open man left side. Walker misses strong on a three ball. Free throw line at Shed cuts the court down 20 feet. Cougars want to push.
We go inside.
Carlton's demanding it. So is Shed. He likes to dial up a three. He's going to knock it down. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars. Under a minute remaining. It's up to 23.
Jamal Shed now up over 33% behind the line. And boy, that is a nice development on the offensive end for Kelvin Sampson.
4 more three-pointers from the Cougars than what you've seen from Alcorn, as the Cougars have made 7 of their last 11 shots. McQuarter on the baseline. Behind. Agnew wants an answer back, and he will.
Wow.
That's their second three of the half.
That is his first three up. 6 seconds may be a little too soon, but I sure want the ball on the rim by 5 seconds.
About a 1 second difference right now between the game and the shot clock.
Great pass.
Nice pass inside. Wow, nice finish. I love that Josh Carlton's right there. Right place, right time, and most importantly, no hesitation.
Ran to the rim.
Cougar lead up to 22. Alcorn plays for the final shot. Walker with the left hand. High out the backboard and in. Down to his second left.
And more. He had 5 points, 6 assists, and 0 turnovers in the first half.
Shed on the feed. Floater on the way. That's a one shot and in for Reggie Chaney. Still doesn't look like he's 100%, but he's trying to work it off a little bit.
I was thinking the same thing. He looked like he was kind of bouncing, favoring that right leg.
Cougars up by 22. First possession here for Alcorn. That's a shot that's got to be taken. That's going to result in a turnover. Saved back by Alcorn. Contested three on the way. No good. Off the hands. Ball still loose. Boy, they're fighting for it. And finally a tie-up and a jump ball will be called. McQuarter took that long three-pointer when he should have reestablished the offense.
Look at Landon Bussey looking at him. He had his arms folded and his eyes rolling. It was like, what are you thinking? I mean, that was a terrible shot selection.
Landon's like, what are we going to play again?
Yeah,
we're going on the road to play SMU, Wichita, Baylor. Who else we could we schedule before the start of the SWAC season? So on the possession arrow, Alcorn has the basketball. Taking their time is Joshua to the baseline. Tough 17-footer, no. Another loose rebound. Another shot attempt. Another air ball. That's been a great early run here from McQuarter here to start the second half. Good ball there. Yeah, you're still on my lines. Three-point shot, no good on the off the hands of Kyler Edwards, but possession will go to Alcorn. That's one of those things. Edwards like, oh, we got to get a payoff on that. We couldn't get it.
Yeah, interesting. I looked over at Kelvin Sampson. He jumped up, and he wants, apparently he wants Kyler Edwards jumping more, not shooting as much a set shot, even when he's wide open. He was over there, and he was bouncing off of 2 feet. So watch next time Kyler Edwards takes a perimeter jump shot.
Zone for the Cougars here in the second half. They just can't get inside Ken Alcorn. Another turnover. Linnell Henry with a bad entry pass. And turnovers are just going to kill any chance for Alcorn to stay competitive in this basketball game.
Assist to turnover ratio right now is 1 to 14.
That's a second turnover for Henry. And for the game, that is now up to 14. Minute 45 gone by. Double teaming the ball handler. Cheney's open. Fabian on the spin move. Comes up short. Rebound back corner, Dontrell McQuarter. 2 minutes into this second half. Catch and shoot. Nope. Boy, hand and face right away, Reed. No open looks here for Alcorn. Almost another steal that time by Edwards. Shot clock under 10. On the dribble drive. Leans. Got to put something up with 2 to shoot. Off the front rim. Another ball tapped up a couple of times and finally coming away with it. And Shed wants to push. It's a 4-on-1. Sasser the left corner kick. And it's out of bounds. Those are the types of breaks you need those come conference play, my friend.
You know, we saw that in the first half. It was a 2-on-1, and Sasser faded to the three-point line instead of taking all the way through. That time it was a 4-on-1. I'm better with a, philosophically, I'm better with a 4-on-1 taking a 3 because you got the rebounding advantage down there. The 2-on-1, I'm not so sure. But then again, if you shoot like Marcus Sasser, I guess I'm always in favor of that.
You don't want him to be hesitant.
No.
Weave is being run here by Alcorn. A long 3 for Joshua. I mean, way too long.
How many air balls is that this half?
At least 2. I would not want to look at the Alcorn shooting percentages after this game.
Yeah, Landon Bussey frustrated. This is a line
wholesale
substitution. 5 new Braves checking into the game.
Braves now read to 26% on the floor on 6 of 23. They are 2 of 9. They have 6 field goals, and we have played almost 23 minutes of basketball here. White. Shed back to White. Just running the offense here for the Cougars, looking for the open look. Won't get it here, but a shot anyway comes up for Kyler Edwards. Strong. We get a whistle, and it's going to be a call against Houston. So we'll go the other direction here. And the Cougars, by the way, are at 42%. They are at 50% normally. Now, granted, it's competition, but if the Cougars hot shooting like they had against Bryant, this thing would be probably a 30 or 40-point game at this point.
Just 1 for 5 here in the second half.
Paul King runs the point now. So too does Dominic Bruton. That's King. Good defense by Edwards.
Yeah, but nobody moving. Look at all the white jerseys. Everyone's just standing and staring at the ball.
Shot clock at 10. Another turnover. Fabian with the steal. Here's Sasser wants to push. Gets by 3 defenders. Good weak side pass. Pump fake and drop for Reggie Cheney.
Nice job, Reggie Cheney. Not trying to do too much. Caught the ball. Now lifted the defensive player up off his feet. Easy finish.
Cougars working on their largest lead of the game of 24. Another lob feed results in another turnover. Shed to push again. On the trail, Sasser. Open look, Edwards. Kind of fumbled it momentarily. Back to Cheney.
Good pass.
Still got plenty of time on the shot clock. Spin move.
On the floor and rolling over.
Shed will inbound here with 20 to shoot for the Cougars. Cheney back to Shed. There's Fabian with his first basket.
A lot of contact down inside.
Cheney's wrestling too with the Marshall floater. That's an air ball. Saved on the baseline nicely by Darius Agnew. Again, the Alcorn State Braves looking for their first basket any point of the second half. It's almost played 5 minutes here in period 2. Around the arc,
Good
narrow
hustle.
steal at midcourt. Does it come up with it? He does. Sasser to the finish for Cheney. Great pass. Sasser, Shed, Cheney. A 1-2-3 combination. As now Shed's got 8 assists in this game.
0 turnovers. What great hustle by Marcus Sasser.
They are breathing down their neck, aren't they? Wow.
Ooh,
Nothing in
double
front court. Brute faces a double team again. Every pass has to be crisp. If you're Alcorn, you're going to run into trouble with those lobs. Shot attempt comes up. Still Alcorn looking for a point. Shed pushes for the Cougars. White on the up fake. Down the lane. Missed it. Gathers. Pump fakes. Left hand. Another miss. He's had 4 looks so far and a frustration foul on the Cougars on the loose ball.
Yeah, Fabian White was trying to do something good before he went over to the bench. He took a bad shot last time down, and Juwan Roberts was sitting over there at the bench to check in for him, and he was trying really hard to make up for it.
Roberts and Carlton both on the floor for Houston.
Great hustle by Marcus Sasser.
47-19. It was 39-19 at the intermission. Thorne. Now to King. Contested shot. Whistle out high. That's what you don't want to do if you're Juwan Roberts, especially when you're jumping on the floor for the first time in a while. So to the free throw line goes Paul King. As Alcorn's looking for their first point of the half. King has 5 points so far, including 1 and 2 from the line. Keep it 1 to 3 now.
Jamal Shed 3 assists away from his career high. He had last year, went against a Division I opponent. It was more like a scrimmage against Our Lady of the Lake.
That was a Madden Reed broadcast.
I forgot that. We did do that game.
We went to our secondary material very early in that contest.
Really
As
early.
Kyler Edwards gets a rest. As Tremont Mark comes back in for Houston.
Not to be confused with the early material in the 67-point game we had the other night.
I bet you did. You should have called me. Actually, I had no voice. That wouldn't have worked.
Did I have a phoner?
Yes. No, again, I couldn't have talked to you. I wanted to. Mark left corner. Boy, fighting for that rebound, looking up, and Juwan Roberts at least got a tap out of it.
He's always moving, Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't stick on somebody's back. They try to box him out, and he's so strong, but he's always moving and stepping and sliding, and just has a great nose for the ball, Juwan Roberts.
So after the miss, the Cougars get a fresh 20. Roberts, pass inside, and stolen. There's a turnover against Houston. With a takeaway, that's Henry. On the baseline, up and under, Henry lost it again. Save back left side, King. Straight away 3-ball. On the way, yeah, that's knocked down. 3-pointer to Kendron Thorne. That's just his 4th 3-pointer of the season.
Maybe the best look they've gotten, well, certainly this half, maybe the entire game.
And there's the old unforced turnover, which will not please the Cougar coaching staff. Cougars up 47-23 here. As ASU has only scored 4 points here in the second half.
So impressed with the Cougars' willingness to make the extra pass. Their assist to field goal made ratio is outstanding. They have 13 assists for this game on 17 made field goals.
Joshua straight away for Thorne. A contested 2, that nearly dropped off the glass and back rim, but a foul's going to be called, and so Kendron Thorne's going to get a chance here to add to his point total.
You know, Thorne just kind of flailed after he let go of that ball. Josh Carlton looked like he went straight up, but Thorne had legs sprawled and arms flying. And
Thorne, free throw attempt, no. He's now 0 for 3. These are the first 3 free throws of the season for Kendron Thorne. As Reggie Cheney returns. Josh Carlton getting a small lecture from Kelvin Sampson before heading to the Houston bench. 1 out of 2. 47-23 now in favor of the Cougars.
I don't know what the question is, but I know what the answer should have been.
Yes, Coach.
Yes, Coach. I understand.
And if you say whatever you say, that's going to just make any coach matter.
Yes, Coach, I understand.
Did you ever argue with Guy V?
Oh, please. He's been gone for several years. That thought still scares me.
Sure. Sasser with some fancy dribbling. Out to Shed for a 3-ball. Halfway down. Ball trickles out. Possession to Alcorn State.
Yeah, you see Kelvin's frustration over there on the sideline. The offense has stopped moving. Now it's suddenly dribble, and then throwing up shots, and is not the offensive flow that he's looking for.
Joshua. Chest pass. Again, this is Thorne, not afraid to shoot. Norsu, too, is the man holding the ball, and that's Joshua on another air ball. That's got to be, what, 4th air ball in this half?
It's got to be 4th one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to count the one that smashed off the backboard from the top of the key that hit above the white square. We're going to count that one as an air ball.
Fair enough. Chaney to the Houston bench. Carlton back in, foul underneath. It's going to be a whistle against Tremont Mark. So my other job, I have like 10, is doing the NBA. And I get a change of pace talking with you and calling these games as my alma mater, of course. Fluidity is a big part of what I love about the NBA. Do you think these officials are calling a tighter game than today's NBA officials are? Or do you think that college athletes still reach in way too much for the level that they're playing at right now?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't have an appreciation as far as the comparator between the two leagues. I do know that you see a lot of games without flow. And the officials have tried to address that every year for the last, 10 years, and their points of emphasis on freedom of movement and not chucking cutters.
This might not be the game to best describe it, but a tournament game that has constant stoppage is sometimes difficult to watch. You don't want tournament games decided by free throws with 10 minutes left to go in the game. Cougars again looks disjointed here on this offensive set. Shot clock at 10. Shed.
Good pass.
Nice pass. One dribble going up. Not being able to grab it is Roberts. Ball is loose. They're coming our way.
Juwan Roberts caught the ball under the goal. Nobody there. He took a dribble but didn't go anywhere. I'm okay with big guys taking a dribble if you go somewhere. If not, all you're doing, allowing one of those guards to come in there and poke the ball loose, which is what happened.
Do you think he knew where he was on the floor?
He was standing right under the basket. You know, and if you're going to take a dribble, then you have to move. You can't just dribble. Watch him catch this ball. And let's see if he goes anywhere. He's down there. He catches it.
Yeah,
he just dribbles.
Yeah. He knows where he was. Tajay Moore back on the floor for Houston. 8 minutes going by.